What's up, people? This is your boy Beast recording live from Brooklyn. That's right, recording live. I'm just trying something new right now. Either way, we got some interesting things to talk about, and I'm just laughing at some of the news that's going on. And one being that an ARC player is trying to get their refund back from Steam. Mind you, they have over 35,000 hours of gameplay. But the reason for their refund is because whatever happened with the server or that they were on or the mods that they were using caused the game to become unplayable, and now they're asking for a refund. That is, mind you, to clock in 35,000 hours. That's 4 years of playing the game. Now, the stupidest questions I'm seeing so far is, how do you clock in over 4 years of playing the game, playing one game? I'm like, it's actually easy. It's something that you like, especially since it's ARC, which is a survival game. Just like somebody can clock that many hours playing Tekken or any type of fighting game for a long period of time. It's a dumb question. But either way, I just find it funny that this report coming from the Extero, I don't know how to say it. Anyway, either way, I'm just laughing that you're gonna try to get a refund after 4 years of playing. I think that's money well spent. I don't see you getting that kind of refund back. It doesn't really make no sense. And I get it, you put time and dedication. It's not like the other person that had a Nintendo Switch and they, the Nintendo Switch 2, and they transferred their Pokemon data over to the Switch 2 and it all got deleted. That's not the same. Now, I would hope that Nintendo would compensate that player because they had years of Pokemon data. And the sad part is that there is no cloud save for Pokemon games. Like, there is the Pokemon Bank, but none of the Pokemon games have cloud save. So unless you still have that active game save on the system without doing like a factory reset or anything like that, all that's gone. All that work, that hard work is gone. So that's kind of sad when you think about it. Yeah. But on that note, that's wild and funny to me. In Microsoft news, coming from the cheap ass game, got a website right here. Microsoft concedes that Outer Worlds 2 retail price was too high. Xbox says it will keep our full price holiday release at $69.99 with refunds incoming. So let's deep dive into this because this actually sounds like great news for the industry, as Microsoft actually got to win this time for realizing that, hey, maybe $80 is not a good idea. Xbox controversially raised the base price of its mainline games to $80 in an announcement a few weeks ago. Now it seems to be backtracking, which is good. I mean, yeah. This is coming from the website Windows Central. So it says update July 23rd, 2025. Just to update, Microsoft confirmed to them that the price decreases will also be reflected in other regions like the UK and EU. It might just take a few days to roll out. We'll keep an eye on it too. That's actually pretty good. I like how they got in front of it. So here we go. A few weeks ago, Microsoft announced that the base price of its Xbox games at retail would hit, frankly, staggering $80, underpinning what has been an incredibly tough year for consumers and businesses alike with regards to spiraling costs, whether supply chains being impacted by arbitrary trade wars or sticky inflation from COVID quantitative easing. The market has been relatively unstable for the past few years for a variety of reasons, which is true. Also, that stupid tariff that was going on as well that raised the price not only to games but also to the systems, where Xbox Series X and S systems have gone up like $100, which sucks. So in response, various businesses have put up their prices to varying degrees. Microsoft and Sony both raised the price of the Xbox and PlayStation hardware bundles over the past couple of years, and for a short while, it looks like the industry was poised to raise the base price of their mainline games at $80. Now, some games like Mario Kart 8 are at $80, but again, I'm still on the fence on the argument what that is because you're getting what you pay for. With Mario Kart 8, it feels like they put all the DLC into the game, especially with all the costumes you unlock, vehicles you get to unlock, the open world, endless replay value. So I feel like that's a bang for your buck without actually tricking you into buying an $80 game by saying, "Oh, you get the deluxe edition or the season pass with some type of nonsense of that nature." Even even though Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has a speed pass or whatever you want to call it, and that's at $84.99. And what you get with that, extra maps, extra characters, extra this and that and the other. While the $80 game of Mario Kart 8, Mario Kart World, just feels complete with all that DLC in it already for $80. But you also could be smart and get it for $50 if you get the bundle. But that's neither here nor there. But let's focus on Sony right. I mean Microsoft right now. Yeah, because it's been a weird couple of years for the PlayStation and Microsoft when it comes to the layoffs and all the price raising between games and trying to justify if their games are worth $80 or not. I don't know. When it comes down to certain games, I can see the price going up for that. But the thing is that I'm also coming from an age where prices differ depending on what kind of game you're getting. Like I said, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 back in the 90s was $70 for a 3-hour game, versus now a $70 game can last months depending on what you get. Same thing when you got a 32X system or Sega CD. Some of those games went up to the hundreds of dollars, like triple digits at times, especially when you got a Neo Geo. So bringing this back is what's really annoying to me, as every game had a steady price unless you got a deluxe edition or a season pass, which already makes you buy a lot of stuff that doesn't really feel worth it in the triple digits at times. I, case in point, bought Tekken 8 on the Xbox Series X, and I got the season deluxe edition. That was $108. Was it worth it? Especially since all the DLC characters in there, they don't tell you what DLC characters you're gonna buy until later as the year goes by. So it's like red herring. But yeah, so the game industry, people in the game industry was kind of losing their minds, because if this was going to be the new norm, what's going to happen? But then like I said, I keep on thinking about it, that the trickery of the thing and the mindset is that you're already paying more than the base price of the game anyway, but with, it seems like a lot of junk. But that's my own personal opinion. Don't take that as a fact. I feel like some of the stuff that's not worth it, where you get a deluxe, or even sometimes a physical collector's edition. I can't remember what physical collector's edition came out, but it didn't even come with the game. It was just a lot of stuff, but no game. Why would you do that? It's weird. I need to look that up. It was something recent. I need to find out. I definitely need to find out. What collectors? Yes, Borderlands 4. That's what I was thinking about. The collector's edition with no game. It's just gonna be, you get like Claptrap statue, or whatever this, Echo 4 statue. You get an Echo 4 statue instead of a 4 double-sided lithograph art prints, the map, a chain, shift code card, but no game. Game is sold separately, and I'm just like, why? That's weird. That was a weird choice. So you buying the game that's going to be like $80, $70, and then if you want a collector's edition, that's going to be another like $100 and something or $200. But why not put the game in that together? Doesn't make no sense. It's like the math ain't math when it comes to that. Math ain't math. So I digress on that point, but going back into the whole Microsoft deciding that, yeah, we're not going to do that to you, and they're going to give people refunds that actually bought that pre-order, which is cool. And because the funny part is, I think Outer Worlds 2 is going to be available on Game Pass, but still, I like Game Pass because the simple fact that it gives you the option. It gives you an option of either buying the full game or at a discount, or you can just wait for the free to try it out and then you go buy it at a discount. Game Pass has saved me so much money. I love it, but still, there's a lot of weird things still going on in the industry. But right now, this is that. I know this is short and sweet, but I just didn't. These are the two things that got me interested tonight, and I'm just like, whoo, boy, that's a doozy. Especially the 35,000 hours on a game, and then having the gumption to ask for a refund, which is definitely interesting. But yo, let me hear your thoughts on these two subjects. How do you feel about this? Do you feel that other industries definitely need to follow suit with Microsoft and lower the price of their games again? Or are you fine with things the way they are? Let's discuss this. Be civil. And as always, be stout.
So remember